What it do, YouTube? It's Mila here. It's my first Get Ready With Me video. The first time I saw Get Ready With Me in a title, I was like, what does that mean? Does it mean like grown woman? Like, anyway, I'm going to show you guys how I got this look. I was going to an Usher concert. So keep watching if you want to see how I did it. So the look I decided was pretty much based on how I normally do my makeup. I've already prepped my skin with moisturizer from Avene. It's like super hydrating. Now I'm just using lip balm. Sorry, I should I should show you the products that I'm using. So I'm using Rosebud Salve, and this one is in the plastic tube. It's my first time buying a tube because I normally buy the can, but lately the cans, because they get all dented up in my bag, I just couldn't, like, taking the lid off was really difficult and annoying sometimes, especially if your hands are greasy and it just won't, the lid just won't come off. For foundation, I've been using Cinema Secrets. I'm using this foundation. The coverage on it, it's basically like a concealer just because it has really great coverage, but the texture of it is quite light, which I like because I want the coverage, but I don't want, you know, the cakiness, right? So I'm just spreading this around with my ring finger, and I just like using my hands on myself because my skin's really dry, and I just like how the foundation just melts right into my skin. I don't really put it on the sides of my face just because I don't really need it there. I'm gonna put some of this on my eyelids because my eyelids are veiny. Yeah, they're veiny. And they've always been that way. And a lot of my friends and people are always like, oh, you have blue eyeliner, what's it doing there? And I'm like, that's my veiny, jerk. For concealer and highlighting, like, I need more concealer. A little bit coverage didn't hurt anybody. I use the MAC palette. So I like to use a bit like of the lightest shade at the top and just kind of highlight. And before I start blending this around, I kind of just map it out first. So under the eyes, center of the forehead, chin, and then from there, I just blend it away. And I don't use a ball of my fingertip. I'm literally using my entire finger. After all of that, I'm going to set, and I'm using NARS Translucent Crystal Powder and the loose version. And my girl Char, she introduced me to this loose powder, and I'm just like obsessed over it now. And the nice thing with this, it's super fine milled. So I'm just gonna get my blush brush. So anyway, I just get some of it, put it on the eyelid, put it in the lid of the container, and just dust all along center of me face, and I just like buff it. So I like this powder just because it's not so matte and it still looks really natural. For contouring, I'm going to use Sculpt by MAC. Sorry, something's in my eye. Anyway, so I'm just gonna get some of that guy and suck in my cheeks. Bam, bam. Alright. Cool. Temples. And I contour all the time. Every day. Well, not every day. Every time I do my makeup, I contour. If I don't, I get really self-conscious about my face just because I feel like after the foundation it looks really flat, right? And then I'm just going to do my nose. Yes, my brush is huge, but I squeeze it. And I just do this, just the edge. Don't go hammer down and spread it out because then it makes your nose look like it got punched in your face. And you kind of want it to kind of flow into your eyebrow. And life would not be complete without bronzer because I am a bronzaholic. Alright, so I'm just going to buff the bronzer in. And I like to cheat again because that's what I do with my makeup. I don't got time. Before I used to take 2 hours. Now I'm like, give me 15 minutes max. So squeeze the brush and I literally just... For all like the pro makeup artists out there, like my fellow friends, they're probably watching me like, what the F? Like this girl is not even using any brushes. I do use brushes. If I wasn't in a rush and I had time, like if I'm going to go to a wedding or do like a smoky eye, I'll go all out on that. So for eyebrows, I'm going to fill them in with powder. It's going to be, I think, a mix between coquette and chocolate brown. But yeah, brush your eyebrows downwards. And I have this angle brush from MAC number 263. So I'm just going to brush that onto the skin. And that's why I like brushing my brow hairs downwards, is because I can actually get the shadow on the skin as opposed to like trying to brush it over the brow hairs. I'm going to set them with Benefit's Gimme Brow brow set. Oh god, here we go. Yeah, you know, stuff happens like that. So I need to show you guys how to recover from that. I'm just gonna get a piece of this, put my finger here, and just rub. And if you want to get really gross, get your saliva, just wipe it away. I lightly touch my brows with this because it is pigmented, and I feel like there could be a lot on the brush, so you might want to scrape some of it off. This is the Soul one. And then I'm just gonna get the lightest shade and highlight my brow bone. And the brush I'm using would be considered like a pencil blending brush. And the second shade I use is Kitten, I think. Yeah, one of my faves. And I just dab with my finger. So I rubbed into my inner corners and then blended on the bottom lash line, and then just kind of did a little ting there. I think I'm getting a cold because I'm like wearing nothing. So as you can see, my liquid liner, you can't even see the label because I've used it so much. One thing I did differently about my liner yesterday is instead of doing the line first and then the flick, I ended up doing the flick first and then I filled it in. So I just followed the natural like line or slope, or well, no, actually slant of my eye. Now I'm just gonna fill it in. Just do it little bits at a time. Like, it's not like I get my liner done and perfect in one sweep. Like, I literally build it bits at a time. I may not recommend everyone to do this just because it might cause irritation in your eyes. So use at your own risk. I'm going to be lining my top waterline with a Pro Longwear lip pencil from MAC. It's called Bittersweet. And I just use this on the top just to kind of make my brown eyes, like, I guess, give it a bit of a pop, because like the red in it kind of makes it look more brighter. And I lightly apply this on my waterline. And now I'm using CoverGirl's Lash Blast mascara. I just kept yelling at Usher. I'm like, I'm gonna have your babies. I'm pregnant. And I almost lost my my iPhone. I was at the bar with Kai, we were getting drinks, and then we left, and then the bartender's like, did any of you guys leave an iPhone? And I saw it in her hand. I was like, oh my god, that's mine. And I was just so happy that she brought it back, and I just dry humped her. That's how you know I like you. I don't really have bottom lashes, but I like to give them some love. My lip balm. I'm gonna use one of my favorite lip shades of all time, Salem by Lime Crime. Like, look, this is my first tube, and I've used it. I use it all summer. And make sure when you apply this, you don't lick your lips prior, you don't have any lip balm, like it's just dry. So now this is essentially all I'm wearing on my face because I'm going to be wearing my glasses. But before I do that, I'm going to do my hair. This is probably the grossest, nastiest get ready with me video that you've ever did see. But you know, I'm just keeping it real. This is what it looked like. It can get worse, trust me. Then I have this mini iron. This one's from Redken. I got it with a hairspray. Pulling that up and curling it in. Right? You start seeing that little bounce. I'm legit just going for choppy, kind of messy, because there's no point of me trying to be like, oh, keep it perfect. Like, if it's gonna be a messy night, then get ready for a messy night, you know what I mean? Then I'm gonna put some dry shampoo in my hair. This one's by Batiste. Big and Bouncy XXL volume. So I'm just gonna pick out sections and literally just go into town with this. Oh, I'm only just gonna brush just the top because I kind of like the fluffiness of my hair. I'm gonna do a quick outfit of the day, but I'm gonna try and squish in this frame. This is actual sportswear. Like, you can go to yoga, you can go to kickboxing, you can go anywhere. Like, the support on this is insane. It's like a little thing. Oh, there you can see my Spanx. There it is, Spanx, and a pencil skirt. But I tuck that over, and then I wear my Spice Girl shoes. But you're not. You're not gonna see it. And for those who went to the Usher concert, let me know what you thought about it. Like, I absolutely love him. If there's any concert you guys think I should attend, leave a comment down below and let me know. I hope I didn't gross you out too much. And thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.